Mariee, what's good?
Was good.
Man, we've been trying to get this going for what, like a month now?
I know. Been busy.
Facts, man. Both two busy entrepreneurs. I mean, you definitely going crazy right now. First thing I want to say is shout out to you, man, because us over at Say Cheese, we always like to look for like dope stories for young black entrepreneurs who are doing their thing. And you went crazy a little over a month ago. A few articles about you, and a lot of people, because there's a lot of people that are in your lane, but $1 million in 8 minutes. That's really unheard of for a 20-year-old at that.
Yeah.
Is it something that are you still like shocked, about, the success, or is this something that you pretty much you're immune to right now?
Uh every day. I mean, since the whole restock has been, stress. So it's kind of like a constant reminder of it every day. Or when people see me out, they'll like remember it. But honestly, I forget about it sometimes because you gotta spend it. So but I mean, it's a blessing in disguise. I could definitely say it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It always comes with stress though.
Right, for sure. So you're only 20 years old.
hmm
Are you in college, or you not in school right now?
I went to school for a semester, 2019 spring semester at Fayetteville State, and I left and I never came. After the semester's over, I never went back to school.
So, okay, you get out of school, and are you already doing,
Yeah,
the handmade vegan skincare line, or?
my business started in 2017. After I graduated high school, I moved back to America and everything started from there. But I mean, I was selling little stuff in my high school, but when I moved back to America, that's when I like legally started everything with like, the legal paperwork. I launched
Mm.
July of 2017, and then I stopped my business to go to school for that semester. And then after the semester was done, I came back and I relaunched, and I've been reopened again ever since. But it's about to be 4 years next month.
Wow. Okay, so you graduated school. So you're not originally from Atlanta.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, where are you originally from?
I grew up in Korea.
In Korea.
Yeah.
Wow. Army bred, or?
My grandma worked for the government, so you could say that.
Okay. So how was it growing up in Korea?
It was amazing. That's my home. That's where I'm trying to move back to soon. Once business is able to run itself, definitely be back over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got the idea for this brand while you were in Korea.
Yeah, when I first started, it was more like makeup, like lip glosses and stuff like that. But my senior year of high school, I started breaking out really, really bad. Like I never had acne until my senior year, which is the worst year because graduations, pictures, all that stuff like that. And we didn't live on base, we lived off base, but the PX is on base. So it was nothing but like clean and clear, not proactive, but the type of stuff like that with chemicals and stuff. So that's when I was like, well, let me start making my own stuff once I got back to America because it's easier to source it here in America to get a short amount of time than it would be to be in Korea. And then Rose Glow was originally a body oil, but I switched it over once people started actually buying it and using it on their face. But it had coconut oil in it. Coconut oil is not good for your skin. Debatable on like the skincare Twitter thing I could say. But then I changed up the formula, and then it's just been like skincare brand, full gear skincare brand ever since. I'm not really into like makeup and stuff. And I mean, I'm gonna start another brand with makeup, but I'm more focused on like skincare.
So everything that you sell is the ingredients is something that you created.
Yeah, I make every single product.
So how do you know what works and don't work? Is it like a trial and error type of situation?
Yeah, of course. Everybody in here me testing, like if they like watch my YouTube or anything like that, they'll know, see my skin broken down from good mixtures, bad mixtures. Everybody in here is testing and testing everything. I'll make something today, maybe today, have everybody go home with it, test it out, write what they feel, different skin types, male, female, different pH balances, older, younger people, everything like that. But testing is like 6 months to like a year, I could say. I test products.
That's amazing. Because you know some brands, when they see the numbers that you're doing online, they
Hmm.
try to copy the ingredients
Oh yeah.
and things of that nature. How are you going to keep your ingredients, in house?
That's what I'm dealing with now. Ever since that whole, $1 million, everybody's adding the roses and the stuff and thinking, because I mean, legally you have to list every ingredient, but I mean, everybody really doesn't list every ingredient, but I mean, you have to legally. But I always think of like everybody could imitate. No, everybody could copy, but everybody can't imitate if that's how it is. I always think like that because my ingredients are out, but my recipe isn't out. So to me, that doesn't matter.
Mm,
So and you can have the same ingredients as me, but if the recipe is not the same, it don't matter. And I mean, I look at I'm transitioning to be a full Korean skincare brand, so I'm not even going to be in the wave of the flowers in the bottles anymore. Like to me, that's like above me now. Like I'm over that type of phase in my life to where everything has flowers, stuff, roses. It's like that's like to me, it's just not my wave anymore.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you're 18, you graduate in Korea. Are your parents supporting your brand? Because when you're 18, 19, your parents they're saying college, college, college. Are your parents believing in you? Are your friends believing in you? Or is it like you versus the world?
Yeah, I graduated high school when I was 17, and actually, yeah, my grandma was full force, but of course, she wants the traditional go to college type thing. And I went for a semester, but I mean, I really didn't like school. And then my grandma realized this is my business, something I really want to do, and I started making money. So she was like, "Yeah, this is like I'm full force behind it." But I mean, they still want me to go back to school just to say I have like take classes and stuff for business, but I'm not really interested. To me, I feel like you can never stop learning, but I also feel like I'm fine right now because everything is online. You can watch TED Talks online, free seminars online. Instead of me, I'm really cheap, so I'd rather watch it online for free than go to school and rack up more debt like I already did. But I mean, my family has always been supportive. My mom now fully works for me now, and she's right underneath me on like the tiers and stuff like that. My grandma works for me as well, my sisters and all them, my family will come in and help. But other than that, everybody around me, I'm blessed to have a really supportive family. Even when my uncle, he did reinvest in my business when I restarted after school. So everyone is really, really like on board with my business.
Wow, that's real. So you hired your whole family damn near.
Pretty much, but my mom works for me like for the paychecks. My grandma and my stepmom and my sister, they'll all come in, just for free and just help whenever they can. But my mom, like, yes, she like works for me full paychecks now and everything.
That's real. That's real. So you announced that, and I know I'm skipping steps, but we'll talk
Hmm.
about a lot of stuff a little later. So the things come out about you make $1 million um, in 8 minutes. Um, what changes? Because I know people hear that your phone starts blowing up. People they're expecting things from you. Um, how did this good news? How did it change your life for the good and bad?
I could say good is because I look at that 1.7 million as like a grant for my business. It's like I'm using that to now. I'm about to buy another building. I'm already able to now prep for the holiday season because Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's, all those sales are about to start rolling. Especially Black Friday. That's like a really really expensive part of the year for any business to be able to fund sales. I'm hiring staff now instead of me having because originally it was just me by myself. Then I hired Sasha, then I hired Moses, then everybody around me. Now I have a full force like team I could say, and then we're able to now afford to bring people in and screen them, do the all the stuff like that to be able to have mass production and able to buy more stock, meaning like more oils, more bottles, more everything like that too. The bad is people automatically just expect you to have everything handled at one point in time. Like you made 1.7 million. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to get through the phone, stuff like that too. But people don't understand things take time in a sense when it comes down to a business. But I could say that's the bad. No one's really like reached out to me for money because I really don't have that many people in my circle. But I mean, of course, my family's phones have been ringing a lot. But I mean, it don't matter because they don't have like the money, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So everybody's trying to do this whole entrepreneur thing,
Mhm.
and it's extremely hard. The number one thing, even with like rappers, because I deal with a lot of rappers, I tell people marketing is key. What did you do to really just get the name out there. You know, Moon X Cosmetics. Like, what was the thing that like really broke the ice? Because that's the hardest part in starting a business is the awareness part.
I could genuinely say my brand has always had like a little buzz around it. When I first started 2017, entrepreneur wasn't like a whole wave that you hop on. It really wasn't known to have a business in 2017 at such a young age. But then when I fully switched over to skincare, it was my results. And I always say that when people always want to get influencers, but I'm saying influencers need to be able to bring people to your page, but you sell your product. And that's what I always try to get people to understand. My product sells itself. My influencers, my PR team that I have now of anyone that I surround, that my brand is associated with, they bring traffic to my business, but I sell my product. Like my product sells itself. So I could definitely say it's results. And people don't want to know, oh, I seen Jada with it or whatever. I want to buy it. People want to know, does this work? I need to see before and after progress pictures, stuff like that, especially because my stuff is not, quote unquote, is pricey. So I could say people want to see more results than anything.
Yeah. So you did business with Jada, correct?
Mm-hmm.
She found out about you, or was it one of them things where you reached out to her, um, with your product?
With Jada, it was more of I reached out to her. She was the first influencer that I did work with, and I reached out to her. Of course, Jada has, she's busy, so I doubt she I found out about my brand through just random. But they did finally reply to my email, so probably they did look me up. I'm not sure or whatever. Then I started working with her. Dream, now Ari, Tay, all of them. But I mean, I've reached out, and majority now my influencers now people who reached out to me. I really don't have time to like sit down and email people anymore because I really don't my brand really doesn't need any other new people besides what we have because we sell everything. Like my brand sells itself. So,
Right.
but I mean, I did reach out to Jada first and Dream though. Yeah.
Right. So, dealing with these influencers, do you feel like, that by dealing with them, it kind of like got your brand over the top, or pretty much it was going to be what it was going to be regardless?
I believe both. I feel like my path was determined. I always feel like everyone on this earth has their path that's already set for you when you're born. You just have to like take the steps to get to it. But I definitely feel like my PR team, I'm blessed to have these people that want to work with my brand, that support my products, especially because Jada was the first person, that I ever worked with and she believed in my product.
Definitely. So, did you go from getting a few sales to, making this $1 million in 8 minutes? Was it did you gradually like get hot, or was it just like overnight, you posted and then it just sells out quickly? Like, when did you start seeing, the fruits of your labor?
I could say I genuinely always had like a lot of sales, but I mean recently since the whole Jada post, I could say my sales have went up. But even if I do just restock on my own without any influencers, I average at least when I was averaging it was like 1,000 a month plus. But then I started graduating to 10,000 orders or whatever, 5,000 orders, 8,000 orders a month. Just off just promotion and just self promotion. But now I realize for me, my business is still my team is still a small business, and I only have two hands. So I'm like, okay, let me start doing these monthly restocks to be able to just handle everything at once instead of sales coming in every single day. So that's when I started doing it. But I mean, when people can't get something, I feel like they want to wait. The anticipation is so high, it just does itself. It just sells itself. I feel like.
Yeah. Now I seen one of your tweets, and you said because you're pretty active on social media, and that's what I like about you. You didn't get too Hollywood with your the consumers and stuff like that, but you said people get $1 million confused with a millionaire or something like that. Explain that tweet, because it touched me a little bit.
Wait, what tweet did I say?
You said people get $1 million confused with like being a millionaire or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, okay. I say that because, like I said, after that 1.7, people are already giving examples. Oh, you need to hire a team now. You need to be able to do this, this, and this. Can the money hit my account first? Then, and I also feel like two people don't understand boundaries when it comes to speaking on a business. You shouldn't. I just feel like if you don't have a business, if we're not in the same field on the same scale, you should ever be able to look at my lane and tell me how to run my business. And that's what I always say too. I mean, I made 1.7. Am I a millionaire? Is my brand a multi-million-dollar business? Yes, it is. This isn't the first time I made $1 million off my business. But I'm like, am I a walking millionaire? No, I'm not. And that's what I say too. People get confused with your brand being $1 million and you being an actual millionaire. To be a millionaire by Google definition, you have to have assets that equal up to $1 million. And that's why I'm like, my business is an asset. But I mean, you can, some people do call me millionaire, some people don't. But do I consider myself a millionaire? No, I consider myself a normal person that just owns $1 million business. That's it.
So the $1 million restock is basically you putting the $1 million that you made and putting it right back into your business, correct?
Yeah, you could say that was majority of it.
Okay.